Okay. Good evening, Mr. Albert.
Hello, Mr. T.
Yeah.
How are
How
you
are
today?
you?
I'm also
Yeah,
good, and
I'm good.
you?
Yeah, I'm good today.
Right. Okay, today we're gonna navigate city transport.
Navigating city transport. Okay.
Yes, so you can go around the town and go around the city. Okay, so in this lesson, you're gonna learn practical vocabulary and sentence patterns to confidently get around the city by bus, taxi, and Grab. Okay. Right, so first we're gonna look at some vocabulary regarding buses and public transportation. Then we're going to look at vocabulary regarding taxi and rideshare, like Grab or Uber.
Right there.
Then we're going to practice sentences to use a bus. And then we're going to practice sentences using a taxi or Grab. Okay, so let's have a look at public bus and public transport. So our first word is bus stop
Bus stop.
or bus station.
Bus station.
Okay, and this is a route.
Route.
Yes, this is a route. So if you take a taxi and you give the address where you want to go to the driver, he will put it on Google Maps, and then Google Maps will show him the route from where you are departing from to where you are going. So this is the route that you will be taking all along here. This is a route from the place where you depart from, and this is your destination. Right, and this is the route that the driver will take. Right, okay. Right, bus and public transport. Now, when you take a bus and use public transport, you will find that buses have a timetable.
Timetable. Yeah.
And also trains. Trains will also have a timetable. So what can you see when you look at a timetable? If you look at a timetable, this is a bus timetable, you will see the time.
Time to depart.
You will see the days that the buses are in operation. So the buses are in operation from Mondays to Saturdays. You will see the day or the time that the bus will depart. There's the times. And then you will see
arrivals.
You will see the time that the city will that you will see the time that the bus will arrive at the next city, and then it will depart in from that same city at that time, and then it will arrive at the next city at those times. So that is the information that you will find on a bus timetable, and a train timetable looks a bit different, but very much the same information. A time of departure and a time of arrival. So that is a timetable. Right, now when you use public transport, like a bus, you will have to pay a fare.
Fare.
You will have to pay a fare.
Fare. fare, the same, the ticket.
Yes, it's money for the ticket that you buy. So you pay a fare. So you will pay to get onto a bus, you must buy a ticket. To get on a train, you must buy a ticket. So you pay a fare to use a bus for public transport. You pay a fare to buy a ticket to make use of public transport when it comes to trains. So a fare is a ticket that you buy. Right. Now, let's have a look at some vocabulary when you use a taxi, like Grab or Uber. Yes, when you use a taxi, like Grab or Uber, then these vocabulary are words that you will use. Right, your destination.
Destination.
This is the place where you want to go to, your destination.
Destination.
The taxi will have a meter.
Meter.
Yes, and according to that meter, that the driver will use that meter to charge you for your ride. Then when you pay for your trip, then you can say, for example, you can tell the taxi driver to keep the change. You can pay for your ride, and then you can tell him to keep the change. Right? And then estimate.
Estimate.
Estimate is, for example, if you leave from, say, point A and your final destination is point B, the estimate time of your trip will be like 25 minutes, for example, the estimate time, or the estimate cost for your trip from point A to point B can be, say, for example, 500 dong. So the estimate time or the estimate cost. Right, then the word trunk or boot. Trunk is American English, boot is British English. That is the trunk.
Yeah.
Or the boot of the car. So there you will put in your luggage. You will put in the trunk, or you'll put it in the boot of the car. Okay, and then drop off. That is,
drop off.
Yes, drop off is where the taxi will drop you off. That is at your final destination. Is the drop off point where you will get off the taxi. And then when you get on the taxi, that will be the pickup point. So the place where you get on the taxi is a pickup point. The place where you get off the taxi is the drop-off point. Okay. Are there any words that you don't understand?
Yes, I understand.
Right. Okay. Right. So let's have a look. When you use a bus or a taxi, when do we use which phrases? So when we use a bus, you will use these phrases. Bus stop.
Bus stop.
The bus will have a certain route that it will take.
Route. Yeah. Route.
A route. The bus will have a timetable. You will have to pay a fare to use the bus as public transport. And your trip is a transfer from point A to point B. All right. Now, when you use a taxi or Grab, then you will use this vocabulary. Destination.
Destination.
Where do you want to go to? Meter. The taxi will have a meter.
Meter.
Trunk or boot.
Trunk.
The drop-off point.
Good or price.
And the estimate cost or the estimate time of your trip?
Estimate.
The estimate time or the estimate cost of your trip. All right. Okay, so when we ask for information, like for example, how much will it cost? What is the fare to go from your pickup point to your drop-off point? Then you can use phrases like this. Does the bus go to Central Park? How much is the fare to the airport? And how often does the bus run?
Often as the bus run.
Yes. So from Ocean Park, where I lived, to Neuba Airport, there was a certain bus. It was a Vinmart, or a Vin bus, a bus operated by Vin Group. It was bus number 2. They had several buses there, but it was an electric bus, and that bus is still there. It's an electric bus. Bus number 2 goes from Ocean Park to Neuba Airport, and the bus runs every hour.
3 hours.
Every hour, yes, or every 45 minutes. I can't remember exact the time, but it was either or every 45 minutes or every hour. There will be a bus that will take you from Ocean Park to Neuba Airport. So that is, the bus can run every 45 minutes, or the bus can run every hour, or the bus can run every hour and a half. Okay, so these are phrases that you can use when you ask for information and the fare. So if you're getting onto a bus at the pickup point, you can ask the driver of the bus, does the bus go to Neuba Airport? How much is the fare to the airport? And how often does the bus run? Then the driver can tell you the bus runs daily,
Yeah.
every hour around the clock.
I think the question the question is before get into the bus.
Can you just ask again?
Yes. With the three question. So in the on the screen, can the question before when is the get in.
Before you got onto the bus?
Yeah.
Well, all 3 of them. When the bus arrives, when you get onto the bus, then you can ask the driver, does the bus go to, first you ask him, you want to go to Neuba Airport. Then you ask him, does the bus go to Neuba Airport? And then he will,
usually at the bus station have the table, so some route for number of bus to go to. For example, when you get bus from Ocean Park to Ham to Smart City, you pass uh, what's the number 6?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but not all places have a timetable. Like, for
Mm,
example, there by Ocean Park, there's no timetable there.
mm,
So you have to ask the bus driver those questions if you get onto the bus to make sure that you are on the right bus. Otherwise, one can get onto the wrong bus. That is not going
okay.
to the place where you want to go. But at the bus station, there you will find a timetable. And there you can find on the timetable, you can find all this information you will see on the timetable.
Okay.
So it's not necessary to ask these questions when you depart from a bus station where you can see a timetable and look at a timetable where you can find all the information. But at other places where there's not a timetable available, like at Ocean Park, then you have to ask these questions. Otherwise, you can get onto the wrong bus. I've asked all these questions to all three of them. I've asked to the driver there at Ocean Park. Every time I went from Ocean Park to Noi Bay Airport, I asked the driver first, does the bus go to Noi Bay Airport?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then he tell me yes. Then I asked him, how much is the fare to the airport? How much must I pay?
Mm,
And then he will tell me 5 dong or 10 dong or whatever. And then,
okay.
so I can remember for the next time, I will ask him, how often does the bus run? And then he will tell me daily, every hour
Yeah.
from this point. So I've asked all these three questions to the driver of the bus when I departed from Ocean Park to Noi Bay Airport. Right. Now, if you are on the bus, now you want to request a stop reminder. So you want to let the driver know where he must stop so you can get off the bus. So you can ask this question. You can ask any one of these two questions. Could you please let me know when we reach the stop? So you can know, could you please let me know when we reach the stop?
Yeah.
So you can know when to get off. Or you can ask, please tell me when it's time to get off.
When it's time to get off.
Right, because say for example, the bus is traveling from Ocean Park, which is here, to Noi Bay Airport.
Yes, airport.
Right, now yes, Noi Bay Airport. Right, now the bus stops here. There's a stop. Right, there's a stop. There's another stop.
Yeah.
And there's another stop. So now is the first time that I'm using that bus. I'm not sure where to get off. Now I can ask him, could you please let me know when we reach the stop, when we reach here, where the airport is? Or I can ask him, please tell me when it's time to get off.
When it's time to get off. Yeah.
Okay, so that is when you request a stop reminder. You can ask any of those two questions. Right, when you start your journey in a taxi, what question can you ask about your destination? You can ask this question. Can you take me to this address, please?
Please.
Right, so that is you, and that is the taxi driver. The boot or the trunk of the car is already open, so he's going to put your bags. He's going to put in the trunk of the car or in the boot. And then before you leave, you can ask the taxi driver, can you take me to wherever you want to go to? Right? Can you take me to Nguyen Airport? Right. And then you can ask him, can you open the trunk? I have 3 suitcases.
I have two suitcases.
Yeah. So say the driver is sitting in the car and you are standing next to the door, yeah, and the driver is sitting in the car. You can ask the driver first, can you take me to Nguyen Airport, please? Then he says, yes, I can. Then you ask the driver, can you open the trunk? I have 3 suitcases. And then he will get out of the car, open the trunk so you can, and then he will help you to load your luggage into the boot. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right. Now when you reach your destination, it is time to pay the fare for your trip, and it's time to get off. Now, what questions can you ask when you want to get off, or when it's time to get off the taxi? You can ask about the payment. You can ask, for example, do you accept credit cards or only cash? Or you can ask him, yeah, you can ask him, do you accept credit cards or only cash? Or can I pay by card? Or you can ask him, do you accept cash or mobile payment?
Mobile payment. Okay.
That is when you use your phone to pay. Yeah. So he will give you, when he accepts mobile payment, he will give you the QR scan, the QR code. He will show you the QR code and you scan it with your phone and you pay. But you can ask him any of these 3 questions if it's time to get off the taxi and it's time to pay the fare for your trip. Do you accept credit cards or only cash? Or you can ask him, can I pay by card? Or you can ask him, do you accept cash or mobile payment? You can ask him any of these. It depends on how you would like to pay. When you are on the bus and it's time to get off the bus, then you can tell the driver, you can drop me off here. You can drop me off here, or you can tell him, just across the street, please. Or you can tell him, I'll get off here. Or you can say, it is a stop for Nguyen Airport. I will get off here. Right. When you pay for your trip and you don't want the change, you can just simply tell them, keep the change.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Right. Now, when you are at a bus stop, there's a bus stop. The bus will take a certain route. You will have to pay a fare. You will have to pay a fare for your transfer from point A to point B.
Transfer as a bus.
When you get onto the bus, you ask the driver, does this bus go to the airport? When you are taking a taxi,
the
the taxi driver will pick you up at the pickup point. He will drop you off. He will drop you off at the destination at the drop-off point. The taxi will have a meter. The taxi will have a trunk or a boot, and of course there will be a drop-off point. Then you can ask the driver of the taxi, "Can you take me to this address?" And then you give him the address where you want to go to. Now, I don't understand this. What does that mean?
It means doing exercise every day.
Okay.
Yeah. From airport to countdown.
Okay.
You are ready.
Okay. Right. Okay. So let's do part 3, understanding the driver. Now you are in the taxi. You want to make sure that you understand the driver. So sometimes drivers, taxi drivers, or even bus drivers can speak quickly and briefly. So practice listening these 4 key sentences, and you will never feel lost again. Right. So we're going to practice now 4 key sentences so that you will never feel lost again, even if the drivers are speaking quickly or briefly to you.
4 key sentences.
Yeah. The 4 key sentences are the following.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Here are the 4 key sentences. The 4 must understand sentences. The first thing that you must ask when you get onto a taxi or into a taxi or on a bus, you must ask where to.
Where to?
Yeah. First, this will be the first asking question. When you get onto a bus, you will ask the driver, where is this bus going to? Or is this bus going to Noi Bay Airport? So you want to know, before you get onto the bus, is this bus going to the place where you want to go to? So this will be the first asking question. Where to, when you get onto a bus? When you get onto a taxi, you will ask the driver, can you please take me to Noi Bay Airport? Then the taxi driver will say, yes, I can, or no, I can't. But you don't want to get into the taxi and then the driver start to drive, and then after 10 kilometers he tell you, oh no, sorry, I can't take you to Noi Bay Airport. And then you have to get off and get another taxi, and that's a problem. So very important to ask this question, the first asking question. Right, the next one is, and this is used for buses, like intercity buses. They will ask you, do you have a reservation?
Reservation.
Yeah. Do you have a reservation? Then you can say, if they ask you, do you have a reservation? Then you can say, yes, I want to go to Noi Bay Airport. You tell them what your destination is when they ask you this question. Do you have a reservation? Then you tell them what your destination is. Right, and then if the taxi driver tells you it's a flat rate of $30, then it means that taxi hasn't got a meter, it's not metered, it is a fixed price. So a flat rate of $30 means it is a fixed price. There's no meter inside the taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not meter.
If the if the taxi driver or the bus driver say to you, for example, the traffic is very heavy right now, then all they mean is that the traffic is very busy now.
Traffic is very heavy right now.
Yeah, they like to use this phrase, traffic is very heavy right now. So that means just it is very busy on the roads. So these are 4 must understand sentences. They will ask you, the taxi driver will ask you, where to? Where to do you want to go? Where to? And then you must say, can you take me to? Then you tell him, you ask him, can you take me to? No.
The airport. By airport.
Yeah. The bus driver will ask you, do you have a reservation?
Yes.
And then you also give him your final address, your destination place, where you want to go to. The taxi driver will say, it's a flat rate of $30.
Okay.
So then you know, then you know it is, there's no meter inside. It's a fixed price for the trip. And then drivers like to bus and especially taxi drivers will use this phrase a lot. Traffic is very heavy right now. Okay, right. Now, what do you do if you don't understand the driver? If you don't understand a taxi driver, or if you don't understand the bus driver, then you can use any of these 2 phrases. You can say, for example, if you don't understand the taxi driver, then you can say, sorry, could you repeat that? Now you are in Paris. The French people, they also struggle to speak English. Their national language is French, not English. Some of them even can't speak English. And the ones that can, sometimes you can't even hear what they're trying to say in English because they speak it very poorly. So you have to listen very carefully. So if you don't understand what the taxi driver is telling you or asking you, just say to him, sorry, could you repeat that? Or you can say, could you speak a bit slower? So you can use any one of these 2 phrases if you don't understand when a taxi driver or a bus driver, or even for that matter, if anyone is talking to you and you don't understand what they are saying, you can use any of these 2 phrases. Sorry, could you repeat that? Or sorry, can you say that again? Or could you speak a bit slower? All right, that will help you, and then they will know that you didn't hear what they said, or you didn't understand what they say, and then they will make sure that you understand. Right, so let's practice a bit. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's match. How much you are now either or the bus driver or the taxi driver? How much do I owe you?
How much do I owe you? Is $25 on the meter.
Is this the right bus for the museum?
Is the right bus for the museum? Yes. It is the right bus for the museum.
Is this the right bus for the museum?
Yes. Very penny of you in the truck. No. You list the number. Okay. number 10 on the other side.
Can I put my bags in the back?
Yes, there is plenty of room in the trunk.
How often does it come? The bus now. How often does it come?
Often is about every 15 minutes.
Okay, so let's go through that again. How much do I owe you?
It's $25 on the meter.
Is this the right bus for the museum?
No, do you need the number 10 on the other side?
Can I put my bags in the back?
Yes, there is plenty of room in the truck.
How often does it come?
It's about every 15 minutes.
Okay. Right, now we're going to role play a bit. Okay, so we're going to work in pairs, you and me. One is a driver and the other one is a tourist. So I will be the driver, you are the tourist. So what we have to practice now is this one first. You want to take a taxi to the airport. Right? Now the passenger, you are the passenger, has 3 large suitcases. You need to ask for the fare in advance, and you must ask the driver to open the trunk. So, and remember, what is the first question that you must ask before you can get into the taxi? Right. Okay, so let's practice this. I am the taxi driver, you are the passenger.
Hello, can you take me to the by airport?
Yes, I can take you to the airport.
Yeah, I have 2 suitcases. I have
Well,
three large suitcases.
So what do you want me to do? Now you must ask me, can you open the trunk, please? Or can you open the boot?
Can you open the truck?
Yes. And then I get out of the car, I open the trunk, and I put your bags into the trunk.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now you need to ask how much is a fare? How much it will cost you?
How much I put?
How much is the fare?
How much is the fare?
Right. You will ask this question, yeah. How much? Okay, wait for me 1 second. Oh, okay. How much is the fare, right? It's a flat rate of $50.
$50.
Yeah, it is a flat rate of $50.
Okay.
All right, let's practice that one more time. You want to take a taxi to the airport. You are the passenger, I'm the driver.
Hello, can you take me to the by airport?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I have 3 large suitcases. Can you open the truck?
Yes. Then I get out of the car, open the trunk for you. I put your suitcases into the trunk, right?
Yeah,
Get back into the car.
How much is the fare?
It is a flat rate of $50.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Okay, now you are at the bus station. You want to go to the shopping mall, but you you want to go to the shopping mall, but you doesn't know which bus to take.
Mm.
Now you must ask the driver when the bus stops, and you must ask the right questions to make sure that the bus you are going to get onto will stop at the shopping mall. So what is the first question that you will ask?
Uh, does the bus go to shopping mall?
Yes, this bus is going to the shopping mall.
How long?
Then you must ask the driver, how will I know when to get off
Mm.
at the
How
shopping mall?
how do you how
How will I know
please can please tell me please tell me uh,
when to
when
get off?
when the bus get off.
Yeah, please tell me when to get off, or please tell me when the bus stop. Yeah, you can ask any of these two questions. Please tell me when the bus stop, or please tell me when to get off.
Please tell me when please get off.
Okay, let's practice that again.
Uh, mm, does the bus go to shopping mall?
Yes, this bus goes to the shopping mall.
Yeah, tell me. Could you tell me when when the uh, when is the get off?
Yes, we will notify you when to get off when we arrive there. Okay, very good. Right, now you are taking a taxi to the airport. Right, now you can practice asking these questions. You are the passenger, I am the taxi driver.
How much how much you it cost to the airport?
It is a flat rate of $20.
$20.
Yes,
Yeah, can you open the truck? I have keep it secret.
no problem.
Mm,
Is it a flat rate or
is
by
the flat
meter?
rate or by meter?
It is a flat rate.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're at the bus station. You want to go to the shopping mall?
Excuse me. Which bus go to the shopping mall?
This is bus number 2. This bus is going to the shopping mall.
Does this bus stop near the mall?
Yes, it does.
How often does it come?
Every 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Every 30 minutes. Right. Okay, now let's practice handling problems. Right.
Problem. Yeah.
Now, what can you say in these situations? The driver is taking a longer route.
Yeah.
So that means it will take more time to get to your final destination where you need to get off, and it will cost you more. How can you handle the situation?
Mm, when I
You can ask this. you can ask this question.
Why is taking so long? Is there a shortcut?
Right. Now the driver missed the stop where you want to get off.
No, I missed my stop. Can I get off in here?
Okay,
Or
that is when you,
can I get off the late bus station?
okay, that is when you're on the bus. Right. Now the Grab app is your Grab app on your phone is not working.
My app is freezing. Can I pay you in cash instead?
Can I pay you in cash instead? Okay. So let's practice again. How can you handle the situation when the driver is taking a longer route?
Yeah, why it take so long? Is there a shortcut?
You are on the bus and you missed your stop.
Oh no, I missed my stop. Can I get off? Let's 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 stop.
Your Grab app is not working.
I'm sorry, my app is freezing. Can I pay you in cash instead?
Can I pay you in cash instead? Right. Let's read the train timetable. Right. So here you will see the train numbers.
Train number.
Here you see the departing time.
Departure time.
It departs from London.
Mm.
Then it arrives at the next city is Oxford. Here you will see the duration of that trip.
I'm not.
And then if there's any notes, you will see it here. Right, so that is a direct trip. There's one transfer at Reading. This is a direct trip, and then there's also one transfer at Reading. Okay, so which is the fastest train to Oxford?
Train to Oxford. The fast train to Oxford is number OX 11110.
Yes. If you want to arrive in Oxford before 10 a.m., which train should you take?
If you want to arrive on Oxford before 10 a.m., you get the you get the train number. You get the train number OX 102.
Very good. Does the 8:45 train go straight to Oxford? Does the 8:45 train go straight to Oxford?
Direct to Oxford. It's direct to Oxford.
Okay, so that train that's departing at 8:45 is not going straight to Oxford because there's one transfer at Reading.
Yeah.
There's one transfer at... Okay. How long does the 10... Yes. How long does the 10 a.m. train take?
It takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, well done. Right. Okay, Mr. T, we are finished for today.
Yeah, okay.
Well done. We've got I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yes, bye.